Hey there, this is Greg Nicotero. You are watching Death Curse Society podcast on YouTube, Twitch, anywhere else that you look for it. You're going to find it because you can't miss it.
Rock and roll! 6 o'clock already, it was just in the middle of a dream. I was kissing Valentino by a crystal blue Italian stream. But I can't be late, cause then I guess I just won't get paid. These are the days when you wish your bed was already made. It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, cause that's my fun day. My I don't have to run day. It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, cause that's my fun day. It's just another manic Monday.
Woo! And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, with another edition of Death Curse Society and Monday Maniacs. Yes. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I'm Red Crank. I got the Colonel and Zigzag. What's up, guys?
What the fuck is up? Happy Monday.
Happy
I don't know. How do I
Monday.
sound, man? I was having technical difficulties again. Does it sound okay?
You sound much better now, sir. You sound
All right.
much better. How do I sound? Because I just realized that I still have the dishes running. But can you hear that in the background?
No.
Yeah.
Yay, good.
Yeah.
Stop doing your fucking dishes. God. This is
See?
bad to have somebody run the fucking washer.
We're domesticated around here, damn it.
Goddamn, unprofessional is what it is.
God damn it. Ziggy, how was your week? You ready for the national championship tonight, even though Ohio State's not in it?
I don't
You're
give a
asking the
fuck
wrong thing
about
about Ohio State.
it. I don't give a
Or,
fuck about Ohio
I mean,
State.
Michigan's not in it?
Michigan's not in it. But we found out today the running back, the stud guy's coming back, going to finish out his Michigan career. And hopefully his leg is not too fucked up. And we'll see. You know, and then the Lions went ahead and they won too and fucked the Packers. Sorry, you Wisconsinites. But that's it. That's the success of the Lions season. Of course, Seattle won and fucked us on the playoffs, or we'd be in the playoffs, which is unheard of around here. It's been like in many years.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, it's been a pretty good week. It was cool. Got to see a pretty good movie we're going to talk about tonight. Looking forward to that. Yeah.
By the way, I will throw in, before I throw it to Colonel, go TCU, represent the Big 12 proudly, hopefully. Colonel.
Whatever.
How was my week? Well, I'll start off. I give two shits about the national championship game. Talking about a shitty way to say Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Fuck.
The kick is up.
And why?
Hey, I don't have that one loaded up.
It doesn't matter. Because we are back-to-back AFC North Division champions. That's right. First
Give it
time
to him, Frank.
in
Give it
history.
to him.
And that's all the football I'm going to talk. Just say, bring on the Ravens again Sunday night, baby. Woo.
Yeah, and this one goes out to the, our Green Bay fans out there. Sorry, guys.
Might have been Aaron's last game, and that's how they went out. An interception.
You think it's his last game?
Just because.
Green Bay.
Well,
He said something about he was keeping his jersey. I heard
right,
that.
the running back from Detroit ran up and said, "Hey, let's switch jerseys." The guy that used to be in Green Bay 4 years, and then you heard him. The camera got right on him. He's like, "Hey, man, I think I want to keep this one."
I got to keep this one. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
See you, man.
maybe not. You know, I don't know. The guys on the news seem to think bet $1 million that he will come back. So we'll see.
Yeah, just not
We'll
for Green
see.
Bay. So,
Yeah, we'll see. But enough about that shit because this is
Yeah.
a horror show, not a
Right.
sports show. Guys, the playoffs will be over in February. The Super Bowl will be over in February, and then we will have nothing left to talk about then, hopefully.
And I will hopefully be drunk or hungover as fuck on the first day. 'Cause
I'm cheering for you, Colonel. I am cheering for you. Let's
I
see
am
who's in the house. We got Tarek here. We got BK. We got Tanya. BK says, if it bleeds, we can kill it. Unfortunately, I don't think Megan bleeds. So,
True. You know, I'm hoping that we get another. I'm hoping we get another Bengals appearance too, just for one reason and one reason alone.
We're going to the fucking Super Bowl!
Yeah, I hope so too.
You got to give the Colonel his due. He needs one, man. I need
Oh,
to
yeah.
live vicariously through him since, we've never even been there.
Yeah. Kiara's here and early. Excellent. We got Patricia here. They're coming to get you, DCS. We need to load that ID up in here.
Yes, we do.
We got Gory Tiger in here. What's up, Gory? Tyrone's here. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, Tarek says all three of us sounding good. No background noise to speak of. Excellent. FaZe is here. He says, woo, fellas, just got home from seeing Megan just in time for the stream. Excellent.
Good.
Oh, great. BK, please. No, don't do this. Don't do this. He says, TCU down by 10. It's been on for like 3 minutes.
Well,
Fuck.
there you go.
All right. Okay. The Big 12 sucks. I'm sorry.
They're winning
Tarek
this
says, horror and sports points talks. One only slightly more horrific than the other. Yeah, there we go. All right. And
We
Patricia,
love
I got
sports ball fans.
to ask you about this one. Bootleg Kevin Spacey was annoying in the menu. Which one was he?
That
Are you
makes
talking
me
about Nicholas Holt?
I was gonna say that comment makes me want to see it even fucking more.
Dude, you got to see this one. It's good. It's worth seeing. I want to know who you're talking about there, Patricia, because I'm not positive. Oh, did she? The chef, Ray Fiennes.
Ray Fiennes?
Oh, I would not call him bootleg Kevin Spacey at all.
Maybe bootleg Gordon Ramsay, maybe.
I don't know. Uh-oh. Don't lose the Colonel.
Uh-oh.
There we go. All right.
Uh-oh.
Guys, got to thank our members real quick. Talking about our members, you can visit deathcursesociety.com. Go over to the join page. It's just like Patreon. Help us out a little bit financially, just a few bucks here and there. And you get to be on this list, and you get some other cool perks, maybe some free exclusive T-shirts that you can't get anywhere else.
It's all about the shirts. Let's face
It's all
it.
about the shirts. But thanks to our members gang, our final girls and guys, Chris, Lorena, Christy, Luke, Patricia, Tanya, and Tyrone, and then our crazy Ralph Raymond, our camp counselors S. Michael, Stacy Lynn, Orlando, Kiara, and Dave. Thank you very much. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, point them all out there. Yeah, Tarek says, yeah, bootleg Gordon Ramsay. We'll go with that. BK says, watched the menu last night. Really liked it. Patricia says, not enough expletives to be Gordon.
What the fuck? Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
He's a little calmer than Ramsey.
Yeah. Before we get into our main topic, I want to bring up something else. I just saw that video that I shared with you guys, the kind of the first bit of looking playthrough of Sons of the Forest coming out February 23rd. Did you guys get a chance to look at that yet?
Well, not the fact that it popped up, 3 minutes before we were going on the air.
30 minutes.
I noticed it 3 minutes, so I mean, yeah. No, I didn't watch it. I'll catch that after.
Holy shit, that looks exciting, man. There's AI in it that can help you. You can send it off to get logs and sticks and stuff like that. There's a fucking AI guy, an assistant. That just blows me away.
Here's what
It'd be
we're gonna do.
helpful.
We're gonna get our AI guys. We're gonna build Thunderdome, bitch, and put our AI guys in there with all the fucking monsters. We're just gonna fucking watch them.
You can eliminate the AI. I don't know if the monsters can physically kill him, but you can headshot him and just get rid of him.
We can set up a fucking fight club. It's gonna be fucking amazing. Fuck the game. You guys beat that shit. I'm just gonna have these fuckers fight these monsters. I'll be taking bets.
I've been in the original one lately, man, making all kinds of tear domes and kill pits and shit, man, and it's kind of revived the game for me, man. It's great.
Yeah.
I'm like putting in hours at a time again, you know.
I want to get back into, before Sons of the Forest comes out, I want to get back in and maybe get at least one more good run through, like one good long run through of the Forest before we dive into the new one.
You guys have fun with that, because I am currently all in on God of War Ragnarok, so that game is the shit so far.
Fair enough. Yeah, Faye says Sons of the Forest should be real good. Tarek says big boasting point on Sons of the Forest is that there's an AI companion that's apparently next level smart. There were some interesting things that I saw in this it's a video from IGN, I believe, that shows him doing some stuff that's very interesting. And you can even tame certain mutants that are out in the world already as well.
I can help you out those fuckers. I can just walk up and be like,
no, dude, it's like giving them a carrot in Minecraft or something. It's got to be the same kind of thing, you know. And then
I don't know if it's that, but something like
you have
that.
to feed them human flesh.
Ooh.
Not a problem. If he likes eating fucking natives that are there, you know, the island people, we'll stack them up.
Yeah.
All right, Christopher Columbus.
That's right.
I do not want one of your blankets, sir. All right. Let me hit a couple more comments here. Face says, yep, Ragnarok is badass indeed, Colonel.
Man, I'm just not good at those flip around fighting games where you gotta take down a fucking kaiju-sized fucking monster or god of stone or some shit. I'm never beating those games.
I never even beat when we went through and played Gauntlet not too long ago.
Right.
The old school Gauntlet.
Yeah.
You guys beat it without me while I was at work one night.
Face fucking went and beat it on his own.
All I'm saying is get good, son.
He solved the code, man. But I actually never went and did it myself.
Yeah.
I don't think so, anyway. Tonight, doing it.
Yeah. All right. Patricia says, did you guys check out The Pale Blue Eye on Netflix? I did.
I did too.
I tried last night and I fell asleep before I even got that far.
It's a, man, this is as slow burn as it could possibly get. This has got to be right up Crank's wheelhouse. And I'm hoping it goes somewhere, like a little bit. Because I didn't make it all the way to the finish. I have like the last act to go yet. So, but I was like, I suffered through the first act. It was late, you know. And I like Christian Bale in it, though. He's really good.
You got a couple of surprises still left, I think.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, nothing's happened yet, so I mean.
Okay, yeah, the actual horror hasn't started yet.
Okay, good.
So, okay,
okay,
you do get a taste.
All right.
Get a taste.
All right, I'm in. Like I said, it's not awful. It's just nothing's happened yet. You know, I mean,
Right.
It's weird seeing him working with Edgar Allan Poe and shit, but I mean, it's an interesting piece of art. Let's just call it that. I hope it finishes strong.
I enjoyed it, but definitely not my favorite. I don't know if... I mean, I like the story. I just felt there were some aspects to it that were a little wonky.
Okay.
And...
that means I really might like it.
Well, no. Yeah, you'll see.
All right.
But, you know, Christian Bale is good as always. The guy that plays, you know, Poe is... Actually, I think he kind of steals the show, but we'll see.
Looks, he's got the hair. The hair's right.
Well, yeah. Brenda says it was very slow for me. Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And Kiara says, while at the theater for M3GAN Saturday, saw the trailer for Evil Dead. Definitely going to go see that. Yes.
You know, I did see the non-Red Band trailer, and
yeah.
it had additional shit in it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see no more, man. That's enough.
Exactly.
That's enough.
Now, have you seen the Red Band trailer for fucking Renfield? Look it up because there's a gory fucking trailer for it.
All right.
Since we talked about it on Thursday, I'm like, holy fuck.
It has gore, like I said in the description, because I saw the clean one again when we saw M3GAN, and but it
Look
said
at
it.
the gore one, dude. I'll be honest, that probably
They put
fucking
gore-
fight me a little bit more for it.
Right, they put gore in the thing, reasons why it's rated whatever, and I was kind of like, oh, okay, they're holding back on that stuff. That's good.
Right.
So, all right, it's dark comedy, man, straight up. So here we go.
Yeah. Well, Patricia says she's excited for the Dracula cage. Yeah.
I think we all are.
I'm a little bit more piqued for it now that I've seen the trailer, so I agree. But I think Evil Dead Rise is all of our most excited right now.
Yeah, I
That
got
was mine for this fucking year, dude. Like, I have high hopes riding on fucking this movie.
Exactly.
Until we see the Salem's Lot, we won't really know if it's going to have any competition.
Right.
That's
All
the
right,
other,
gang.
That's the other hot button for me.
Yeah. Let's get into it. The kind of the teaser of what we may see more often if Atomic Monster and Blumhouse come together to make one big Monster Mania horror production company. We've got M3GAN in theaters now, based on a James Wan story written by Akilah Cooper, directed by Gerard Johnstone. A robotics engineer at a toy company builds a lifelike doll that begins to take on a life of its own. Colonel, I know you have had multiple crazy mad preconceived notions about this movie. I want you to remind the audience before we go in what those were and what you thought about M3GAN before you saw it.
Fuck, dude. I don't even remember what the fuck I said. I just know.
All I remember is
it looks like this is a straight up Child's Play reboot ripoff.
Okay. And you also said, I hope she doesn't do a little fucking TikTok dance after every kill.
She didn't do the Fortnite dance. I did say hopefully she doesn't do the Fortnite dance after every fucking kill yet.
Yeah, something like that. All right. Anything else you want to add before?
No, because apparently my memory fucking sucks.
Okay. and you don't even smoke. That's amazing.
That's the shitty part.
Go ahead. Light one up there, Ziggy. What were your preconceived notions going into M3GAN?
Mine?
Yeah.
Same thing. I saw it as a Child's Play retread, and it's different, from a girl's perspective. Of course, let's go that way. But it looked pretty cut and dry as something we've all seen before, and I set the bar fairly low for it because of that.
Mm-hmm. Same here. My expectations were super fucking low. I thought I was going to hate this movie. I'm not quite. I don't think I did. But first impressions, Ziggy, jump in after you've seen it.
Yeah. So here we go. It hits you right in the face with the type of humor that you're going to get. Just if you got to listen to the jingles of the commercials because they're fantastic. And it is exactly this. It's you have. I'm not going to get into the whole plot of it all, but they get right to it where the little girl loses her parents and she has to move in with Aunt, who's kind of a
workaholic.
What? She's an alcoholic. She's
no
kind of
workaholic.
Not
alcoholic.
Yeah, career woman. It's because you're like, okay, I don't remember her drinking too much, but
it's a different story.
Fuck, man. And but she's a tech chick, so she's not has no clue what it entails to raise a kid, and she's here. This is on you. This whole thing, like she's the aunt, that's gonna take custody, and it goes from there. The story builds from there, and M3GAN gets introduced. You see it getting worked on within other projects. Like her boss is great, although not really strong on the delivery with what he was doing, but he does fit the role pretty good for what he has to do.
The douche nozzle role.
Yes. That and then like as soon as it looks the potential, oh, this is the greatest of all time. Oh, he has to put us on a fucking blah, 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 blah. One of those guys.
Right.
And so then we get going, and then the doll is introduced to the human child, and how they, this is where I went, okay, this is fucking exactly the Child's Play remake at this point, God damn it, but then it's not. Much, 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 much smarter than the Child's Play remake was. And very much enjoyable, well worth the time going to see it. It doesn't go exactly, yes, predictable, but doesn't take the exact route you would think to get there. So this was a pretty good movie. I liked it. I liked M3GAN. It was good. Yeah.
So best movie of 2023 so far is?
Hands down. So far, it's M3GAN. Well, it's the only one we fucking saw. So
well, yeah, okay. I know. That's why I'm saying it.
It's better than Knives Out.
It's better than Knives Out and the Glass Onion.
Glass Onion, yeah.
Glass Onion, sorry.
Yeah.
Scarier.
Colonel, initial thought. Jesus, did the fucking Hulk just come in? Did you order some Kool-Aid? What's going on over there?
Say, man, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He knew I was a little fucking low.
Jesus Christ.
Never know.
Initial thoughts there, Colonel, before you knock down the walls.
Well, we can't top Zag's initial thoughts, but I agree with him. It started off pretty funny. I appreciated the commercials and the jingles. Tragedy right from the start. Okay, this is setting this up. They got on. I'm like, yeah, Child's Play ripoff, and yeah, smarter, but still a Child's Play ripoff. All things said and done for me. Like a smarter version, yes. I appreciated the humor throughout the movie, but I'll be honest, there in the third act, dude, I was sitting in my chair like, when is this fucking over?
By the third act, really?
Yeah. Once shit finally started hitting the fan, it was like a fucking monkey literally flung shit into a fan. Shit started fucking going on, and I was just I don't know, man. I just wasn't all that hyped.
Just a touch too long, or just an unsatisfying ending?
We'll get to that.
Okay. All right. Like I said, low expectations. I went with a friend of mine that has been telling me she was going to go to a movie with me for like months now. We finally were able to link up and go. And man, I enjoyed this a hell of a lot more than I thought I would. That the acting was great. The little girl, Violet McGraw, is from the Haunting of Hill House, I believe.
Right.
And
that little shit.
Yeah. What was her line in the Hill House that everything's beautiful or something like that? But she kept repeating the entire time. The other girl, Allison Williams, the aunt, Gemma, from Get Out, both of them they work so well together. And I love their disjointed relationship, especially in the beginning. Because like you pointed out, Gemma has no idea what to do with Katie. Because she's not a parent. It's just kind of thrown to her. And I love the way they handled that in the beginning, like introducing that kink in Gemma's life. Oh, there's toys on the shelf. Oh no, you don't play with those.
That's a rule in this fucking house.
Exactly, and I know we can appreciate that because we have that shit.
That's not too much of a spoiler. And then there's a caseworker a CPS worker comes in, and she's like, "Oh, there's no toys here for you?" She's like, "Well, there's some toys right there." The caseworker, and then the kid's like, "No, can't play with those toys. Those are off limits. Those are Gemma's toys." And Gemma's like, "No, you want to play with these toys?"
Fine.
Ripping one of the boxes open, and she just totally rips the fuck out of it, just the way that any collector would be. Says, "Oh fuck, come on, man!"
You could literally see the $1,000 in value come off that box when she opened it up. You could see it just. Whoosh.
That's the level of humor they brought to this, and that's why it really works, and it's very entertaining because of it. Right.
Now that was the thing that really worked for me in the beginning, was that relationship between Gemma and Katie. I thought the fact that they didn't get along very well, and that you saw Gemma not trying at first, not knowing what the fuck to do, to finally noticing that Katie is taking interest in something and is like, oh, let me show you how this works, and then watching that build throughout. I thought that was so well done, and I love the way that was carried out throughout the movie.
In a word, believable.
Fucking believable.
And
Absolutely.
how you would want it to work out if you were cast into the situation of that budding kind of relationship. Exactly how you'd want to see it go. So yes.
What?
Right.
Serious?
Well,
You
minus
want
the...
somebody program some shit to raise a fucking child so you don't have to? You're terrible, Zach. You're a fucking terrible human being.
Motherfucker.
Minus that shit.
I'm talking about when she was in there with the computer and touching everything, and then this is why we do it, and this hair color and everything, and
Yeah.
not the fucking kill, death, murder part.
But let me ask you guys this. I did not like the initial introduction and the relationship between Gemma and the neighbor. I didn't buy that because the neighbor, although bitchy, did not play it right for me. Did you catch that, Colonel?
Yeah, she didn't play it bitchy at all at first. She seemed like a legit, like just a little passive aggressive, but not like a full blown bitch.
Right.
Oh, okay, sorry.
You
Yeah,
know,
you should fix the fence. Like,
this is a pot smoker. This is someone who has a couple of sips of sherry, throughout the afternoon. That's the type of neighbor that is, and
Okay.
so it worked for me, and then like when, Gemma's like kind of a cold bitch to her the whole time, I mean,
Right. It's almost reverse.
right. Who's the Karen here? I mean, that's what I was thinking. I was like, wow. I was like, I go, she's trying to be mellow and cool over there. I mean, yeah, the dog was on your side, but fuck. Yeah,
fix the fence.
Fix the fucking fence. God damn
Fix
it.
the fence.
Fucking chicken wire. That's all you need.
Even though the dog could just walk around the fence and then come up the driveway. I mean, it was wide open.
That was the whole other thing. I was kind of like,
I thought that too. I was watching. I was like, wait a minute.
but they never really shot it. There could have been a gate there in the front. We never really see it.
No, they shot it. There was no
They
gate.
shot it. There was no fucking gate.
I stand corrected.
No fucking gate. All right. Tarek
it.
says, I still can't get over it's a Blumhouse release in January. Statistically, it has no right to be any good at all. January is the place where films go to die.
Fantasy
normally.
Island.
And yeah, Tarek, you're right. But as Blumhouse has done in the past, and I hate to give them any kind of props whatsoever because of how many awful times they've disappointed me, they are changing the game. They have changed the game, and they are still doing it. Maybe this is going to be a new thing,
I'd kind
they're-
of forgotten that it was Blumhouse until I saw that Michael Myers staring at me. I was like, oh no, there it is.
No, I
was like, what, Dad?
Yeah,
never
it pissed me off.
Blumhouse. Blumhouse. Damn it! Even watching the movie, scream fucking Blumhouse.
But no, I mean, no movie that's released in the theater in January is supposed to be very good. That's the.
It's overflow.
It's kind of the, what do you call it? The stereotype, if you will.
I agree with you, but let's look at last year and this year. I mean, even before, like last year we had Scream 5. This year we had M3GAN. Both killed it in the fucking box office.
Yeah.
This is a good month for horror, man, because what else is there fucking playing?
Yeah. And all the horror fans are tired of all the Christmas bullshit that's out, and they're like, give me something.
Yeah.
I've watched too many Hallmark movies this month. I've got to get something good. Kiara says, M3GAN was campy to me. I don't always take movies seriously, so I was able to enjoy and like it. Yeah, cool. There was some campiness to it, but I thought it came off more real. At least the first 45 minutes to 50 minutes of it came off more real than some campy movies. Does that make sense, Ziggy?
I know what you're saying. I campy isn't the word I would use either. But it does have a bit of silliness in it, though. I mean, at times that you can't help it, and I can see where you're coming from, Kira. But it's I don't know if campy is the right word. I'll think of it. I'll think of something.
A lot of people have been saying it's really campy, but
Yeah?
the only things that I'm really noticing that are kind of campy are the interactions with Megan and Katie, mostly.
And the Fortnite dancing.
Well, that's part of what I'm talking about, yeah. But, I mean, the interactions with Gemma and Katie are absolutely well written and real. The interactions with Gemma and her co-workers, fairly real. The CPS worker, fairly accurate, I think. So, I didn't get as much campiness as I thought reading other people talking about, oh, it's so campy, you know.
Yeah, usually when it's a campy movie, they layer that shit on thick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's there's no other explanation. You know, it's just that's what it is. This one did have moments where you had serious, you had some nice, the bonding moments where you feel good. It's like, yeah, all right.
I don't know. The only parts I really found campy besides the Fortnite dancing was when Jimmy was on screen because it made me pinch a tent. Dude. Low hanging fruit. I couldn't help it. Sorry. Go on.
All right. Kira says before the movie came out, I'm unashamed to say I knew how to do the M3GAN dance. So there you go. Right. We need video, Kiara. Please send it our way so we can post it on deathcursesociety.com.
Yeah, I'll do a mashup on the green screen. Put you right in there.
No. We're not gonna do that. But we would love to see it.
Actually, it's a Universal movie. We can't do that.
No. Tarek says, hearing that the third act was a little too late for Colonel. Yeah, all right. BK says, Colonel makes me want to wash a bottle of pills down with a bottle of booze. I bet he's fun at funerals. Damn, BK. You feeling okay, man?
What do I say to him? Fuck you.
I don't know what he's referencing. Yeah, I don't know what he's referencing there right now, but well, all right. Tarek says, I love that there's a CPS worker in it. That was smart writing. I mean, it was not fully accurate, I wouldn't think, but it was fairly close in that situation.
It's just kind of funny because I've not anything happening over here, but I've had contact with CPS lately with some stuff at the other house and everything. Nothing major or anything, but so it was just funny to me seeing all that go down. And I think they do, once they get a complaint, they do got a case handed to them by the police. They do have to follow up and at least go check it out. So, well, that worked.
The girl that went with me to see this is a CPS worker.
Oh, well, there you go.
And she left. It was funny because she had left a meeting in the city and like a case review or whatever, and rushed back to Stillwater to get to the theater to see this. And then she was like, shit, I got to sit through work again? It's like, what's going on here? So it was pretty funny though, but yeah. Carrie says, I said no to my daughter's request of a life-size doll. The M3GAN trailer helped make my decision. No, do not do that. Don't do it. Bad idea.
Bad juju on that one.
Bad juju. Let's rush through these comments. Tarek says, yeah, with Blumhouse, you don't have to have the best batting average to knock it out of the park once in a while. Exactly.
That's true.
That's my point. Andy says, my M3GAN review, Chucky meets Alexa via a discarded Black Mirror plot. I've seen a lot of references to Black Mirror, too, so unfortunately, I haven't seen Black Mirror, so I need to watch that. But Faye said, the movie had some decent aspects, but it got tough sitting through the full hour 40. I hated the singing, and I was annoyed by the fart humor. Yeah. I think I see... I didn't need the fart humor and the singing. They'd kind of get annoying, but I know why they use that, I will say one music cue near the end, Martika's Toy Soldiers on the piano.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant.
I
was probably the only one in the theater old enough to notice that reference, though.
Me too. Oh, I know that song.
Oh, yeah.
It's like 1990 or something. Fuck. My son did love...
That was like 86, 87 or something.
Even earlier than that? He
Yeah.
loved the farting toy, by the way. He thought that was hysterical. He's 10. So,
Of course he did.
yeah.
Hold on, let me look that up.
I was chuckling too.
I don't mind fart humor though, man.
Yeah.
Especially in the case for this movie. I mean, it doesn't involve a little girl.
88 is when
88.
Toy Soldiers came out. Yep. So split the middle and what?
Yeah, we were right in the middle, right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Kiara says no video. Oh my god. I knew you would say that. That's why I was harassing you about it. Here we go. Faye says, I actually prefer the Child's Play remake over this since it was a better AI-based sci-fi story. It was very lazily approached in M3GAN. We'll get into that.
I'm sure Crank has questions. That's why I haven't leapt out on the evolving of M3GAN at this point, because I think I disagree with what you just said there, Faye. So I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Faye says, I understand why they did that as well. The farting toy was not a far cry from some actual toys out there, right? And they were
Zag has a fucking fart toy now.
Yeah, he uses it all the damn time when we're gaming.
I lost it. I don't know where the fuck it is.
Oh, thank
when
God.
Sarge gets on here.
Yeah.
Got the finger still.
Kiara says, Toy Soldier on the piano scene lit my heart up. Love that song. Yeah, that was a good one. Tarek, the OG Toy Soldier. Most people probably heard the sample from. Stop it. Lose it again. God damn it. That's enough. I'll break out the Velcro, man, and start.
That sounded horrible.
I'm not gonna snow shovel over again.
No, this was kind of just on the piano, Tarek.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess you could remember it from the Eminem song too if you knew that one.
That's probably what more of the younger folks would liken it to. That's where they heard it.
Yeah. Patricia says Black Mirror is like the Twilight Zone with technology. I'll have to check that out. Carrie says love Toy Soldiers. Yep. Andy says, yeah, I got my kids a farting robot when they were little. God. Love Bert the farting hippo from NCIS. All right. Enough of farting hippos and farting Yamagachis or whatever you want to call them.
Tamagotchi.
And Ziggy, I will fucking mute your mic. Please, for the love of God, stop. All right. Yeah, then M3GAN. Let's get into that performance, because you had the voice performance and the physical performance. Two different people. What did you think of that? Let's start with Colonel, since Ziggy's in timeout for farting too much.
For one, I thought it was great. The Olsen twins got work again.
Thank you.
They did fantastic. Doing the movements. I had no problem with. I hate to say it, I think M3GAN was the best acted character in the movie. For me, overall, because the voice actress was soothing, real soothing, and that was great, because that's pretty much the girl's coping mechanism was this fucking robot. Sorry, I still the fucking face did not match the fucking movements. That was just weird. But no, the movements were fucking great too. Very robotic, very believable.
When she sat down,
dance.
Oh.
Yeah, like when when they're first introduced in the first playroom, she walks and she goes down like, let's draw.
She kind of kneels.
Yeah. I thought it was fucking great. Great job. It blew me the fuck away. I literally felt like I was watching a fucking robot. So
Yeah. It was convincing, but I don't know. I always Violet McGraw's performance in this is my favorite. The kid, Katie's. I just thought she did great in that.
I thought she was fucking awful, but we'll get to that.
Really, man. What about you, Ziggy? Did you like the performance of M3GAN and how they use that?
Yeah, I thought the face looked creepy. That's why it's so prominent in all the posters and everything. You see it a lot, but it's just her slow realization that she knows better than even the adults, and that's what the scary part is of this whole thing. This is where they miss with Child's Play, is how the doll.
No, because remember Child's Play, the dude was like, fuck you, and fucked it up and sent it out. Well, in this one, Megan was fine until she got bit by the fucking dog in the back of the neck. You saw a fucking spark. Then she started going fucking AI crazy.
Yeah.
I really think about the dog triggering it, because she was, when she came back and grabbed the fucking dog later.
Yeah, but remember when she first got on the fence and she got pulled out, she wasn't fighting back, and the dog bit back in her neck, and then you saw a little spark. And I was like, uh-oh, she's about to go bad.
Yeah.
Bad bitch gone bad.
Run diagnostics on it. But I mean, when she was already, like kind of sassing back to Gemma, you know what I mean? Before that, even a little,
Mm-hmm.
I thought we were having a conversation, and then reluctantly shut down,
Right.
But yeah.
By the way, for those of you that are wondering, that may not have seen the movie yet, you do not see anything happen really to the dog, and I know that's a big concern for a lot of moviegoers out there. And end result is intimated later, but I will leave that.
And you don't even see the end result.
Nope, they don't show anything, where I think every other horror movie in the history of horror movies where an animal is dispatched, you do see it in some capacity. And this one, they don't go that way.
Well, let me ask you this: is that for you guys and for you watching out there as well? Is that a killing point? Would you not go see a movie if you heard nope, they kill a dog on the movie? Ziggy.
Absolutely, doesn't bother me because I know it's not real. They didn't really kill the fucking dog, okay? I always go, oh, when it does happen, and I feel bad within the story, within me being a viewer, a spectator of the story. Yes, it bothers me that way. But then we move along with the plot. It's fine. The dog is fine. He's having Elpo back in the trailer. He's fine. So, no, I would never, ever heard a dog gets killed in it. I can't go see it. That ain't me.
To me, that's just, I don't know, a dumb reason to not see a movie. Colonel?
Well, it is a dumb reason. I mean, don't tell me that and say, Halloween 1978 is your favorite fucking horror movie.
Right, yeah,
Pringle's the fucking German Shepherd, Like,
what's
that's
his
not
name?
what's probably for seeing a movie. I mean, it's not like it's fucking real. It's not like I'm watching the Cannibal Holocaust where I'm like, for the first time, like, is this fucking real?
Justice for Lester.
Get the internet and Google it. Like, oh, fuck, that was real. Like, no. I mean, if it's real, we're not really going to want to fucking see it. It's pretend.
But I see this meme floating around on the horror pages again now because of this movie. And it's like, if the dog gets killed in the movie, I won't go see it. I'm like, all right, whatever.
I had a girl get up and leave watching Friday the 13th Part 4. She went home. Like,
why? Because
I told you.
Got the fuck out?
Because, Gordon jumped out the window.
Gordon jumped out the window. She was just appalled. I told you, if the dog died, I was out of here. She was hysterical.
But he didn't. He got away.
I go, he's fine. He's fine. He's running. I was trying to tell her he shows up later, but, he doesn't. But anyway, yeah, some people can't handle it, and I guess to each their own. To me, it doesn't bother me.
Well, here is my theory about why animals were so prevalent back in 80s and maybe even further 70s and even into the 90s was because they were almost always practical effects and they were easy to do. They were smaller, cheaper, and something that you could show that was gory on screen. So, I mean, that's why we got it a lot back then. And now people are so offended by it all that they don't do it. Is Colonel rolling his eyes at me, or what's going on?
He's looking sideways at somebody.
No, I agree with you completely. Because I'm sorry, today's world is fucking soft. I feel like an old man. I'm like, what the fuck? Seriously? Toughen up. Yeah. Like, Jesus. I'll be honest, man. The fucking ASPCA commercials get to my fucking heartstrings every fucking time.
Right.
But I'm still going to fucking... I know I've seen Patricia mention it. I still laugh my ass off every time a dog gets booted off the fucking bridge in Anchorman. Like, it's fake.
That got mentioned here.
It did. That's what I said.
Yep.
Give her all the credit.
I love it when fake Baxter gets punted over the bridge in Anchorman.
Fucking hilarious because
She says that has to be my favorite.
Yeah, those commercials are a bitch, man. Fuck Sarah McLachlan and that song.
I don't know if it's my favorite, but Andy actually mentioned it too. National Lampoon's Vacation. They drag that fucker across the desert, hitched to the bumper. And again, you don't see it, but the reactions on the cop's face and Chevy's face whenever they find out, that scene is gold.
I mean, the shock on his face, Chevy's too. He's just like, holy shit.
Yeah, and he's like,
he's horrified, but like still, he's kind of like, oh yeah, yep.
And he's holding back those tears, but yep. I love that part. But yeah, no, I don't want to see it in real life. I hate seeing even fucking roadkill when I'm driving around. But fuck.
I swear, I was getting wrecks trying to dodge fucking squirrels sometimes. Like, oh, yeah.
Now, you know what? Anymore, it's like, I'm going to hold my line. You're going to go ahead and run a stunt and Evel Knievel it right in front of my car between the tires. I won't go any faster and I won't move. Good luck.
Zach's like, you make your decision.
Yeah. You know? Yeah. Last summer it happened, man. It's like, oh, shit. What can I do?
We were pretty close somewhere in either Pennsylvania or Connecticut to hitting the fucking deer. That was some whoop whoop.
That would have been fucked up, man. Yeah, there was 4 of them or something like that. We caught the gap.
Yeah, it just took a little, just whoop whoop with the wheel. And that was about it. Last minute. I think that's why I'm so good at. I'm so good at driving on Friday the 13th now.
Actual sound in my pants.
You did have to change your pants immediately after we got to the hotel. I did notice that.
That was fucked up, man.
That was. Oh, I was.
That was white knuckle time after that, man.
Yeah, my heart was pounding there for a little bit.
If you remember correctly, I had just extinguished a rather large marijuana cigarette, too, at that time. So,
you had.
It wasn't good. It wasn't a good...
I think what the kids call a fatty.
A fatty. a pre-roll. You know, one of those things. A hook. You know, I mean, no, it was scary, man. It was... Because it came out, it just came jumping across it's like a freeway, you know.
It jumped the guardrail.
The guardrails, and
then just stood there and looked at us. Like they do.
We locked eyes. I mean, it was like a Tommy Boy moment almost. Except he wasn't in the car with us.
Dude, there was this one fucking time, man. I was driving on a back road, seen a deer, slowed down, middle of the road. Started running across the street. I'm good. Started driving. Tell me why this stupid motherfucker turned around and ran back. Me and this motherfucker made eye contact while I went thunk on the side of a car. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I even stopped to let you go, you idiot.
So dumb. It's like almost like they're at a starting line. They're like, all right, here he comes. No! And they take off running. And it's like perfectly timed every time to fuck you up. And these things, I don't see how they can. It looks like you've been hit by a block of scrap iron when you come in contact with a deer. As fast as we were going, Crank, we might not have we'd have been rolling. We'd have been tumbling down the road.
No, you would have gotten the brunt of that because it was on your side of the car. It would have come through to yours. He would have been in your lap.
Exactly.
Horns and all. But we would have just been like moving over to the side after that. We may have spun a little bit, but we wouldn't have flipped.
That whole fucking place is the roads there, taking pictures, and you can't speed anywhere. They take a picture of you driving by and send you a ticket.
Dude, I got a ticket like 4 months after the trip.
Fuck, man. Where's the lawlessness anymore? Where's the chances? Where's the reward?
None. There is none. Yeah, where's the fun of getting there and making it without getting stopped?
Fuck, man.
All right, let me get back to the comments here. Kiara says, I love how Megan's voice slowly started sounding more human-like towards the end of the film versus the beginning. Agreed. That was a very subtle nuance that they added. I think a couple of people have asked about this. Why do they have M3GAN? Oh, this is Andy, by the way. Why do they have M3GAN run on all fours, but no faster than she would have run normally? And why sunglasses? I think the running on all fours thing, just in my opinion, is she had seen some videos or done some research about predators, and that's how she had seen them run. So she was trying to simulate the fastest predator that she could to chase down this person. Agree? Disagree? Ziggy?
I agree
Colonel?
with you. I thought it was a little odd, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
They had to do something.
Made her look more animalistic. I get it.
Yeah. And they had to make it look creepier, you know. I don't think her running would have necessarily been I think it would have been more comical, her running, just robotic arms and all, you
I
know.
don't know. Have you not seen T2?
T2 doesn't count.
It doesn't?
T2 does
I'm
not
aware.
count. Oh, because that was vicious. The sunglasses, I think, just to be more human. Again.
That was a pretty good. That might have been the goriest moment, too, the end of that scene.
Maybe. Tarek says, the face is definitely a swan dive in Uncanny Valley. I can appreciate that. Yep. Oh, sorry, Patricia. Her dog is watching. Just in case. Yeah, there we go. Here's Ariel that went to see it with me. M3GAN had some weird scenes, like when she was running through the woods and her weird exorcist-like movements after she got smashed up. Yes. But I like that. And
They didn't overdo it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Every fucking that clickety jerky thing has been done to death, and they borrowed a little bit of it, but not too much, so it was okay. It was good.
Tarek wants to know, oh my God, tell me someone actually said run diagnostics on it. No one says that. I think they did.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
A couple of times.
Yeah.
She has to run tests and diagnostics on it before the big presentation, right? Yes.
Yep, that's the one I was thinking of.
Good call.
Faye says, the voiceover work for the robot was great, as was the editing, just enough robotic edits during necessary moments. Never felt like too much. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
And when she was singing, go ahead.
Her movement, however, was a bit strange at times. Yeah.
Her singing was auto-tuned, which was hilarious.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It was funny
Yes.
as fuck.
I was laughing at that too.
Little touch like that just was really funny.
Well, yeah. Okay, yeah. Now we're still talking about pets and animals in movies. I won't be more affected by the death of a pet than I would the death of a human. It doesn't bother me because it's not real. BK, have you seen the movie Kicking Puppies? Don't.
Oh God.
Is that a Jackass movie? Is that one of those guys? That sounds like something they would do.
Sounds like one of them fucking Serbian numbers.
Yeah. Here we go, Kiara. People who can't watch films because a dog dies will never are the weakest horror fans. Okay, yeah.
I don't necessarily disagree.
I just
Tarek says everyone's an emotional John Wick, and then Ziggy playing chicken with the wildlife in Connecticut. Yes.
oh my God. I wish I would have been recording that. That would have been made for some fantastic video. But
Oh, dude, that would have been, if we were live at that point, that would have been hysterical. But that would have probably cost us to hit the fucking deer.
yeah.
Kiara says people. Yeah, unless you would have seen that quick move on video, like holy shit. Kiara says people don't mind most brutal rape scenes, most brutal kills with blood and gore, some of the most disgusting things in horror, but draw the line at an off-screen dog kill. Like, are you kidding? That's my point. That's exactly my point.
No, like
I mean,
purposely not watch movies if I know there's a brutal fucking rape scene because that shit turns my stomach like no other. I don't want to see it. So I will purposely skip rape movies. Like, nope, I'll fast forward it or no, won't do it.
Well, speaking of, Patricia adds, I Spit on Your Grave is in the Valentine's Day section at Walmart. I saw that too. And Kiara says, how romantic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
I would not recommend that as a gift for your significant other. I'm just saying, please.
Tough breakup.
Yeah, oof, yikes. Back to the animals. Patricia, a deer head butted my car while my dad was driving one time. Oh yeah. And Dave, I like marijuana cigarettes. Carrie, can't wait for this Friday. It is Friday the 13th. Are we doing anything, by the way, guys, for Friday?
No, we haven't discussed it.
I know. We need to.
It's funny because they just asked me at work. They go, "Got anything planned?" I was like, "Why?" Next Friday? I was like, "No, why?" "It's Friday the 13th. You usually are doing something." I was like, "Oh, well." I go, "No one said anything yet, but
We'll see.
maybe if they have the Friday the 13th game fixed, we can do one of those again."
Or maybe we have to start over.
Oh, fuck. Actually, I've been leveling up, but I've seen some other people are getting their stuff back now. So I'm assuming
Okay.
it's going to sweep around and get everyone their shit back.
Well, if we see you, we'll tell you then. But if we don't, happy Friday the 13th,
Right.
everybody coming up. Rosie's here. Hey, everyone. Welcome, Rosie. Hope you've seen M3GAN. We haven't gotten into many spoilers or anything yet, but we probably
okay.
will.
This is easier not to spoil, really.
Yeah.
Not too tough.
Here we go. FaZe has got a long one here. What bothered me... Oh, and I may have to get more. Hold on. Let me see if I have all this somewhere. All right. Here we go. What bothered me the most was the aunt, Gemma, I believe is who you're talking about. Not necessarily her character or acting. She was a believable tech scientist shut-in. What bothered me was how she managed to program M3GAN mostly, if not entirely, on her own and in a crazy short amount of time. She went from a glitchy prototype to M3GAN in a very short amount of time. And going to try to avoid spoilers, but they tried to explain the incompetency of the ant's capability to program that strong of an AI. They gave it a fair enough explanation, but it was still an eye roller for me. I'm pretty nerdy about that shit, though. I'm just being too nitpicky about it. Yeah, you are. I would agree with you that you are being very nitpicky about it. Because I don't know how much time had passed from the moment that we had the glitch and then we had the fully functioning one coming in.
It kind of intimated that, she was inspired and she did, hey, got to push off the presentation because she was like she was doing night and day on it for at least like a couple of weeks, maybe, or at least a week.
That was a couple weeks after they found her old prototype and started playing with it, and that's kind of like what inspired her.
Yeah, I would say it was at least a couple of weeks in between those two scenes, but
Still, it's way too fucking fast. I mean, I'm not a nerd about that shit, but I would assume it would take more than 2 weeks to get her programmed where she was.
It was more intriguing, the self-learning, the self-updating, the self-adapting. And this is the kind of shit that leads into what Terminator was and everything. You know what I mean? This was the very early primal level of it was M3GAN. I mean, this is where AI realizes it doesn't need the humans around anymore.
right.
None of you felt like that watching this?
A little bit, but
Just the way she was just like, you're I don't need you, She's straight up, I mean, I can do this without you, and
yeah.
fuck, there you go. It's pretty much stated right there. But I think
Oh, here we go. Tarek says she didn't write the AI. She just had Brad Dourif grab M3GAN's head and screen for a few chants. Give me the power,
I mean, there's
I beg
no
of you.
supernatural to this whatsoever,
No.
It's just, aside from a dog attack, the doll is pretty much her own programming, I mean, what she's learning and downloads from the World Wide Web at her own. When she has a question, she figures it out.
Right. All right. Dave is having his birthday party on Friday. Happy fucking birthday, Dave.
Oh yeah.
Do they still I didn't know they celebrated birthdays in Canada, but I'm glad they do. So I thought it was like,
Oh, it's not a country full of Jehovah's Witnesses, man. I'm sure they do still right
well, I thought it was like Remembrance Day or whatever they call Thanksgiving something else. They call,
Day.
they call everything something else up there. So I'm just fucking with Dave. He knows it. I love it.
And that's ham, not bacon.
Still ham.
Oh, ham.
Still ham. Let's get into this. What were some of the unbelievable aspects of this movie that you did not like? Colonel.
Oh, fuck. Let's start with Phase. The amount of how fast she was able to get M3GAN up and running. That's really about it. Honestly, it comes to mind. Most of it was pretty fucking believable, really. I mean, as believable as a fucking horror movie can be. Come on. But I wasn't like, oh, fuck, seriously? We're going to go this route? Like, that's literally the only time I did that in the entire movie.
I have one of those. Ziggy?
The only thing I was really annoyed with was like her boss. It's by design though, so I think he succeeded in what he was trying to do. But at the same time, it just like, what is this? Like you're like an untalented Steve Jobs. What the fuck is this?
Yes, Steve Jobs is the right one because he's basically taking everyone's ideas and making it sound like his own. So yeah, you're right on the comparisons there. I was just making sure. So, now are you talking about the boss's character, or are you talking about what happened to the boss?
Oh no, that's fine.
Because that was one thing that we talked about after we saw the film was why did M3GAN target the boss at one point? She wasn't a threat to, or he wasn't a threat to Katie.
But trying to think about what she heard. Well,
but he could have been.
Could he have been?
Called the police and sent them to her house.
But would that have been a threat to Katie, or would that have been a threat to M3GAN?
Both. She has an objective. He's just in the fucking way, one way or the other.
I think at that point she had already settled on eliminating any question marks.
I mean, the only explanation I came up with was that he was going to possibly shut the program down, and that was going to end M3GAN's ability to protect Katie. But, that was on the spot in the moment right after the film. This is so nitpicky. I love it that Faze has already brought something like this up. The most unbelievable thing for me, besides some of the intentions of M3GAN from time to time, but the glitching after the dog attack, that makes a little bit more sense now. But the most unbelievable part to me was in this AI creating high-tech, super, sophisticated office setting. They still had a hallway with a copy machine, not just a copy machine, but then one of those old school, guillotine style paper cutters next to the copy machine.
You know what?
That would not be there. That is 45 years old. That would not be there.
No. Listen, as somebody that used to work for the University of Michigan in the office buildings, these things are very prominent still.
Really?
Yeah, the copy machine, I totally would.
All of it. That looked like one of the fucking hallways I walked by 100 times.
They don't have the new safer slicer.
The higher up did have the nicer stuff. The fucking pugs in the bottom didn't. They had fucking, the peasants, the fucking
pugs. Is that what you call them?
The pugs.
So, are you racist against a breed of dog? What's going on here?
No class of dog.
I hate those dogs.
No, I'm just saying this shit it's absolutely, I would think across most of America still would have something like that around.
I could see something like that in a university. I couldn't see it in
a
something
tech
like
building?
a tech, hey, I want to go to Facebook's offices and be like, hey, I need to cut this stack of paper. Where do I go? I guarantee you, Meta doesn't have a paper cutter like that. I don't know.
Seattle, man. They probably moved in some other tech's fucking building, and that was left behind. They're like, fuck it. Tell fucking Steve to move it, and Steve's a lazy piece of shit. And he's like, I'll get to it eventually. And they just kind of left it there.
All right.
See?
All right, maybe so. But that drove me nuts because now I like the fact that it got utilized, but that was one scene that I was just kind of like, come on. I don't even cut that much anymore, but I don't have one of those cutters anymore. I've got the slicer.
I don't know, but I seen that cutter. I was like that fucking meme. Leonardo DiCaprio doing this. I went, the Monster Squad.
That just brought me back to like grade school, you know. That's where I saw it. Originally saw it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've seen those things. I imagine doing the exact same thing, you know, like, wow, you could really fuck somebody up with this, you know. And
Yeah.
that thing's a nasty blade.
Ariel says the most unrealistic thing for her was the ear tearing.
I'll go with that. I'll second that. It looked like
it's just like Stretch Armstrong.
it was like a fruit roll up or some shit, man. Yeah.
How much can that stretch? Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
If you just get the skin, maybe half that. But
not even a quarter of that would have stretched. This thing, she stretched it like it was a fucking slice of pizza in a freshly baked, you know, commercial. Hey, get your
check out
pizza.
the cheese.
Yeah, look at the cheese pull. You know, this dude's ear stretches 9 inches. You know, it's like, what the fuck? And it's all flat too. It's like not anything, you know, like a nice clean. There's no rip or anything. She's not holding the ear. It just all kind of becomes, like I said, a fruit roll up.
But when she was pulling it, I was waiting for the kid to say Jesus wept, but he never did.
There's a quick edit. We need to edit that. All right. Let's see. Ariel also says the boss was incredibly annoying and cheesy in every scene. Yeah, he was probably the one that stood out the most as like if
we had to pick on someone for standing out for the wrong reason. Like, I wasn't sure, but I was happy he got dispatched. Uh-oh.
I just thought I read something wrong. Face, and actually, here's how I originally read it, just for you guys. I hated how they had this incredibly long, tense scene with some CPS counselor in the cunt's house. Then the rest of the movie kind of threw that away. From that point on, she was barely questioned for her competency as a stand-in parent, when she really should have at some moments. Yeah. I agree.
I thought
the CPS person was counseling her. You know, I'm sure that's what they do. But fuck, man, like she was trying to take the kid to fucking Jacksonville, Florida, at the beginning of the movie.
And yes, I'm sorry, I read ants as cunts, but that's the way it looked in the preview window before I opened it up all the way. My apologies to cunts everywhere. Rosie says paper cutters are effective in horror movies. Yes, they are. They are.
Yeah.
But place them in the proper setting.
Now I'm hearing we're going to get an unrated version of this released.
Yeah, possibly.
Because it seems like
the only source that I've seen say that is the writer, and I don't know how much she has any kind of pull over that.
I watched the trailer before we left to go see it, and when the boss gets it, the guy gets covered in blood, and that didn't happen in what I saw yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right.
I don't know. Maybe that's the alternate take or something we saw. But that would have been cooler.
Yeah. All right. Kiara says, I agree with the ear-ripping scene. A little unbelievable, but
yeah,
appropriate for the the movie, I thought.
Well, you know what? Yeah, the idea is great, but I mean, if you really execute that right, you're going to have everyone going, ah! If they do it right. That I was just kind of like, oh, that's. I think I can see through that. What the fuck, you know? I mean,
You could see through it.
yeah. Just wasn't a good choice of gelatin or whatever the fuck they used.
No.
There we
I
go.
grew up on fucking practical effects, son. That look like shit.
Right. Tarek says, that imagery is going to stick with me when I see it. The air pull, I'm going to quote a Little Caesars commercial.
Pizza, pizza.
Pizza, pizza.
Yep. Hey man, what's that? It's cheese.
It's cheese.
Remember that one?
I do. Any thoughts on? Well, yeah. Was this gory enough for you? That was kind of where I was going anyway. No, probably not.
Probably not.
That's all you had, Zach? Probably not. Fuck no, it wasn't.
Fuck
Jesus
no, it
Christ.
wasn't.
I know it was PG-13, but fuck, man.
I mean,
it was more than that.
The best splatter we got was the car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
that's
and
it.
that's it. That was the most.
That's it.
So yes, I need an unrated one here. Or something with some more crimson.
Well, especially when somebody's being sprayed with a fucking chemical without giving too much away. I wanted some Fulci shit.
Dude,
I literally just got fucking red-colored fucking corn syrup going down a fucking drain.
I mean, it was a psycho out, you know. I mean, but yes, it's a power washer like that would really result in some cool special effects if they did that.
Mm-hmm.
And we just didn't get it, at least not in this cut.
I don't think we're going to get it, period. I know the rumor mill is they made a lot of cuts to get that PG-13 rating.
Yeah.
But I really don't think an unrated version is going to be much more than what we got in the theater.
Well, the writer, Akilah Cooper, has gone on record and said her original version of the script that was accepted was a lot bloodier. There were a lot more kills in her original version of the script. And yeah, as usual, for anything released in theaters here, the MPAA is going to cut the fuck out of it, especially when a production studio is trying to reach a bigger audience and drop it to a PG-13 rating. So, I mean, we knew what we were getting going into this.
I used to say I'd see an unrated version of something, or, oh, this is the director's cut you haven't seen. And I think it was probably Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 was like one of the first times we got it home, and it was like the director's cut, and it was like, holy shit.
That was quite a bit different.
Significantly
Yeah.
bloodier and more violent, you know? It's like a lot added to it. So I always have that hope that there's other things, like a movie like this would be perfect. If you beef it up with some more splatter, we got a solid fucking movie here.
Yeah. Hold on, let me hit this. Tarek says, I heard they pushed it to January from October, and I was wondering if that's when they decided to edit it for PG-13. I think so, because I think this was originally intended to be an R-rated movie. And then once the marketing started going out and kids started doing the fucking TikTok dance, and the Fortnite dance, as Colonel calls it, I think that's when they were like, well, maybe we have something here, and decided to cut it away. So that there may be a longer cut out there. I'd be interested to see it, but I mean, you're saying I need an extended cut. You're not going to buy this movie, are you? Really?
Let me see an extended cut first. Let me see it.
Nah.
I'll make a decision.
I
We did fucking do like a Fulci stunt in there. I'm fucking digging it, man.
don't see you adding this to your collection at all.
You're crazy, dude. At best, I would rent an uncut version just so other people in my house can see this movie because I want to see it by myself. But adding it to my collection, dude, no.
Yeah.
I liked it.
No.
I did like it much better than Child's Play, the remake. So
Really?
I can't say that.
All right.
I just like how the doll evolved, her interpretation of death, mortality, and then not caring and stuff. That shit hit me, man.
Well, Faze said the same thing. He liked it better than Child's Play remake too.
Yeah.
So.
No, he didn't. He said he liked the Child's Play remake better.
Mm.
I thought he said. Maybe I misunderstood him or misread it.
Doesn't matter. I'm saying
It don't matter. It don't matter.
this one was better to me. More sinister.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because even the doll was like at the you ungrateful little bitch.
Now here it is. Faze says, I actually prefer the Child's Play remake over this. But, all right.
I told him I disagreed with that. I stated why.
You're wrong,
Yeah.
Whip. I'm supposed to.
Wrong.
You're
Wrong, goddammit.
You're wrong.
Wrong. I don't have that drop.
Wrong?
Ariel said, yeah,
Did we lose that one?
it's in there somewhere. Ariel says it seemed to drag out and then it escalated too quickly, in my opinion. Yeah, okay, let's talk about that. Colonel, did you see any issues with the pacing?
Yeah, the pacing was kind of slow. I mean, I wouldn't say it drug out, but then again, I would say it drug out because I was kind of checked the fuck out by the time shit hit the fan. And then I just really wanted a little bit more of a final chase scene. It wasn't as bad as Halloween Kills, but I'm with Ariel. It kind of went pretty fucking quickly, and you're done with that.
Yeah, it wasn't much of a struggle for sure. Like the end result came pretty easily.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have a problem with the third act too. I thought it's not the strongest as it should be in a movie like this. Should be the payoff, and I thought the build-up was much cooler and better. Leading up to that third act was a little bit of a letdown for me.
I can say that too. When I mean, it had a satisfying ending, but not like a great ending.
Just say it's
Now,
acceptable.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that was because of test audiences or plans for the future or what. But there were other ways that I think they could have done something with that ending that would have made it a little bit better. But I digress on that. Faye says, it's PG-13. I wasn't expecting much gore to begin with, but they made no effort to touch the rating. Hell, make it less scary and easing up the language. This could almost be PG. Yeah, it could. Absolutely. I already hit that comment. Faze also says, I know it's a few days later on a Monday, but there was only one other person in the theater with me. They were still loud and farted a lot the whole time. They did what, Ziggy?
They farted?
They farted a lot the whole time. Maybe that's why the humor didn't do it for me. And then on the Child's Play remake, Faye says, I'd have to watch the Child's Play remake again, but I remember walking out of the theater happier at least.
Really?
All right. And Kiara says, I had a guy whose phone went off through the entire movie, didn't bother to turn it off, and the third time it went off, some guy shouted, shut your fucking phone off, asshole! Everyone started laughing. I hate people sometimes. I hate people most of the time, so that's okay. Tarek says, do you think the switch was too much too fast? I heard the first two acts were like a broken family drama, and then suddenly, boom, slasher flick. Good question, Tarek. Ziggy?
It's a pretty good depiction of what happened. Yeah, because you know what? Yeah, because it is. It's kind of a forced. They're forced to work
It's a
together.
forced-
They're forced
right.
fixed. They're forced to make it
A
work.
forced plot point.
Yeah, I mean, and it's maybe that's it. It just doesn't flow anywhere as cool as the setup, the presentation of what we're gonna get, and then what goes on. And when it turns slasher, yeah, then it's
There was a little bit of a build-up from the family drama to full-blown slasher, though, with the neighbor, the dog.
The the outdoor school.
Yeah.
No, I mean, that's a good way of putting it. I mean, I agree to an extent that it does start as a broken family to a slasher. But I'm with you, Crank. I think it's the correct build-up.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, once we got to the end, I mean, she had her fucking job and she was going to fucking do it.
Well, and she had adapted.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but her, that's what was scary about it, was her like, look, hey, I don't need you. You know, I can can shut you off right here. You shut me, I'll shut you off, motherfucker, and anybody else that gets in the way. I don't need you, and that's trippy, you know. So
I think it was, I think it was a fair enough build up, like Colonel just said, because there were some events that happened that they were subtle events, and some not so subtle, but there were a couple other smaller things that occurred that you could kind of tell, even though it was like a robot face, was catching on to and noticing and thinking, okay, that just went in the memory banks. I need to adapt my program to match up with that now, because that may come into play later. So
she went from, she had happy, she had sad to start with, and then later on she had annoyance, pure contempt for looking at certain people, just the way she would, and those eyes, you know, that just, and they play with it, how they make her face fit the skin and everything at the beginning. So I mean, it's cool, man.
You say she had happy and sad to begin with. Fuck no, she had happy and then Jim Ross. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, happy and Bell's palsy. What the fuck?
dude. God damn it.
That's horrible, man.
That's
I'm going to hell. First class ticket. It's okay.
Colonel said it, folks. I just clarified what he said.
please direct
Yeah,
any.
some people wouldn't know who Jim Ross is. How I wasn't going to kiss his ass.
Please direct any emails to colonel@deathcursesociety.com. You never check that email anyway. So.
No.
Pretty funny, actually. I liked it. But, you know, hey, I think overall this was a good start to the 2023 year for horror.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're going to see much better than this. God, I hope we do. But I'm okay with the start of this, as you'll probably see with the scoring that's coming up.
I expect this to be middle of the road whenever we do next year's rankings. Maybe upper 50%, but I don't expect to love this as much as I do at the end of the year, or as much as I like it now. One last question, and Rosie, I know you've only joined us for the last couple of weeks, we appreciate it, but this is a topic that we go through quite a bit here. Would you consider this more a thriller than horror? Colonel.
You know, I see her point. I'm going to stick with more of a horror than a thriller, only because I'm speaking on this from the point of view of a parent. To feel like you've lost all control and help for your child because AI is that far advanced nowadays, it's fucking terrifying. So that's why I would classify it more of a horror than a thriller.
Okay. Ziggy.
I'm with Colonel 100%. This is a horror movie. I mean, I don't know. You could go down the checklist if you want to do it that way, but it has, in addition to like the parent thing, and then like you have the whole. The scariness of it to me of the whole thing is the doll just defining human life as this is fat around the heart. We could cut this shit, man. We don't, and it's the start. I could totally see the start of fucking Terminator in the program evolving beyond, if it were able to get beyond where it is now. So that's why this is horror to me. So I'll say horror. I see where you're coming from with the thriller, and it's a great argument, but I have to go horror with it. Frank?
Okay. Thriller is a subgenre of horror. So pretty much virtually anything thriller can still be considered horror. You actually do have a slasher in this, though. So, I mean, you have a slasher villain for a limited amount of time, but you have it.
It's funny. That shitty third act actually kind of helps define what this is.
It saves the horror aspect of it.
Right.
Rosie, here's the thing. I was talking to FaZe about this last night, I think. I'm to the point where I wish I could block certain phrases on social media. And those phrases would be not really horror, more thriller than horror. I would block any conversation that has that in it because I am so tired of seeing this. Like, somebody will post a movie in the horror movie addicts group or any horror group that you are on Facebook. And within 5 minutes, guaranteed almost, somebody will come in and be like, that's not a horror film. Why is he here? It should not be here. Admins, take it down. Meh, 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 meh. And, oh no, don't be sorry. No, I'm not saying I'm not saying sorry. It's just we've had this discussion a lot lately because don't be sorry, Rosie.
I've gotten on some of those and see that shit going on, and I start penning my response, and I realize I'm like a paragraph in. I'm like, man,
it's not worth it.
Why am I inviting this? You know?
Yeah.
So I erase the whole fucking thing and I move on.
I just read the thread for the fucking comical aspect of it.
Yeah.
I don't respond. I don't interact because whoever says that, you're not going to change their mind.
No.
It's not worth the fucking effort. Just not worth the fucking effort.
But BK has a good point. Glass fucking onion. Now that.
Oh, wait.
Oh, word. Oh.
That is not horror. You are absolutely right, BK. Not
Wrong,
horror.
sir. Wrong.
The mystery film.
Is Death on the Nile a horror film, Ziggy?
Fuck you.
Just asking the question. Is Death on the Nile a fucking horror film?
Man. I got more. You gonna keep going?
What?
Just asking.
Death on the Nile.
Any version of it.
There's murder.
So you have to say yes because there's a fucking murder. That's the only thing you got. That is what you're hanging your fucking hat on. Glass fucking onion.
You
So
guys
Hill
need to
Street-
let this go. You need to go out.
BK's the one that brought it up.
You need to meet some ladies and just let this go, man.
BK's the one that brought it up. You tell him. He's your boy.
And BK, all right. I got
Okay,
more. Shut up.
Next week, we're going to do a retrospective on Hill Street Blues, the best horror cop show ever.
Oh, a funny man. That's the matter with you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, guys. No, thank you for the question, Rosie. I do appreciate it. It's one of those. It's such a circular argument. It can go round and round and round and round and round and round and round, and it never fucking ends. So, especially because, like Colonel said, there are certain people you're never gonna change their mind. Like, I am one of those people, God forbid, that believes that Glass fucking Onion is not a horror movie.
You shut your cocksucker, you son of a bitch!
And I will stay on that hill. I will die on that fucking hill. Anyway, should we move on, Ziggy?
I think.
I got two more here. I mean, if you want. Yeah, let's move on.
All right.
I got one for you too, Colonel, so don't you fucking pipe in there either.
I'm sorry, Colonel. I forgot to ask you. Do you have anything to add on that?
Not at all.
All right.
All right. Back to the comments, folks. Faye says, to be fair, again, I was happy about the Child's Play remake because it was better than Curse, Bride, Seed, pretty much everything after Child's Play 2. Megan didn't have several piles of shit behind it, thus left a lesser impression, I guess. Is that a good argument, Ziggy? I guess.
No argument at all. Yes, that's fine. That's fine. But that was an unnecessary remake, is what I thought. I still say that.
Yeah.
This was different enough, and this is what they should have did. They should have kind of did the same evolving, right? And I think it would have been. I think that would have been a much better fucking movie with that kind of.
I can argue with you though, man. Does she evolve more? Yes. But in the Child's Play remake, he still connected every device. That's
I get it,
to
but
the fucking company as she did with essentially their version of fucking Alexa.
And but he didn't understand he didn't download the concept of death and mortality like that. You know, that's where I'm seeing the difference.
No, he downloaded the concept of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Yeah. In the wrong
Look how he took it,
order
though.
somehow.
Look how he took it as entertainment. It entertained
But
the
because
fucking
Andy
world.
was laughing. It's
Yeah.
He's happy. Fuck, I'll do it. He's like,
Okay, yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Doesn't get it. You know, she absolutely knew what the fuck death was and what it meant. That's scary.
Yeah. All right.
That's it. That's all.
All right. Tarek says, sounds almost like M3GAN is one of those AI memes. I forced an AI to browse 4chan for 30 hours and then interact with a family. In a way, yes. It could. It's an expansion on that, for sure.
She's smarter than that. It's like, it's weird. Like, whatever, you know, because they don't really get into what the fuck drives her little fucking chip, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't say, oh, it's Unreal 3 or anything like that, you know? So,
Well, they're not going to.
right. I'm just
something like that.
I mean, it's like, we suspend the belief that it's something that's it's artificially going to expand and adapt. So it's something we don't really, have access to yet.
Oh God, that just. I got to wait until we. But this conversation right here made me think of something in a moment, and I'll get to it. But, fuck! I just realized how they're going to do this, and it kind of pisses me off. Rosie says, "Small Wonder Redux." Yes, it was a cheesy '80s show, but I like that show.
Throwback, man.
That was a good throwback.
Yep.
Ariel said, "I liked it much better than I expected." Same.
Exactly.
I would definitely watch it again. I hated the little girl's attitude. Well,
that little asshole. Yes, she's great for playing it that way and making us feel that way, right?
yes, but I mean, Katie's been through some shit, man. She lost her
No
parents.
question.
So,
And then you got the fucking dog is going, well, you make
whatever.
you make them do it now, they're gonna resent it later. Like just everything is.
Yeah, and the doll is also like, whatever you do, it's okay with me. So she's got that. M3GAN's an enabler.
yeah.
Okay. Tarek says, I would love to see more exploration into AI horror. There's a lot of stones left unturned to that, I think. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's almost time for a War Games remake.
War Games, Lawnmower Man.
Lawnmower Man. He brings up Lawnmower Man in the next one. Plus, it got a bad rep with garbage like Lawnmower Man, but that's fading from memory finally.
So
I watched it again.
Fucking brain scan.
Brain Scan. That's the murder game, right? The computer game.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah.
It's time.
Yeah. Kiara says, I already had someone argue and tell me to kiss my ass because I said M3GAN is still classified as horror. TikTok is a toxic app.
That's not Kiss My Ass. Think about it again. Or maybe it is Kiss My Ass. Never mind.
I don't know.
I'm thinking KYS. Sorry. That was the big thing.
That's Kiss Your Ass.
15 years though.
Kiss his ass.
Well, no,
Kiss
back
your
before,
ass? Kiss his?
Kill yourself.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. Damn it, that's where I was going. What, Colonel?
Well, back in the day, it was like KYS, kill yourself. This was way back in the
Fuck
day.
them.
Tell me to
People
kill
were
myself.
now.
Gotcha.
Fuck them.
Whatever.
Block that shit.
You tell him to come talk to us. all
Yeah,
right?
bring them on here.
Man.
We'll take care of that shit for you real fucking quick, Kiara.
You got three brothers here ready to smack the piss out of someone for talking shit like that.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Faye says, as we called them last night, horror gatekeepers. Many fan bases have this issue. Yes. S. Michael, says, thanks for the question, Rosie. I was wondering that myself. My wife will watch thrillers with me, but I got to be sneaky to get in horror time with her. That's what happens when you burn them out early. BK says, I really like the movie. Rosie's laughing. Tarek says, Ella is laughing. Rosie says, very true. Trying to get through these real quick. Yep, and there we go. Tarek says it. It's subjective. Every horror is a thriller to a slice of the pie and vice versa. Exactly. Oh my God, brain scan. That would be gold camp. I love it. All right, yeah. And thanks for the explanation. God damn, that's fucking stupid.
That is stupid.
Keyboard tough guys.
Yeah. Tarek says, these three men spent 5 minutes figuring out what KMS meant. Hi, Gen X. It's great to see. Fuck you, Tarek.
Hey, goddamn! Technically, I'm a millennial, like the early millennial.
Colonel should have known that, so blame him.
Well, that's why I said kill my ass. I didn't know it was kill my.
I was the one that didn't realize it, and I'm perfectly okay with that. You know why? Because I still say ha. I don't do LOL or any LMA whatever. I just do ha. If you get a ha from me, that can be translated as everything else. So, ha. Yeah.
LLAL.
As a matter of fact,
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what LLAL is?
I don't give a fuck.
That's
Carrie's
EGAF.
Carrie says, people are arseholes, my lovely. Yes, they are. As Michael says, how do you feel this compared with Ex Machina? I love that one.
I don't think I've ever seen Ex Machina.
I can't.
Comment.
Yeah, I can't really get into that yet. So, Tarek says, I am Gen X. I'm just game recognizing game.
I wasn't good out.
We got somebody new in here, a little bit unright. Welcome to the show. We're getting ready to say our wrap up on M3GAN. $45 million international box office on a $12 million budget. And Dave McRae actually was asking this question the other day about, do you see sequel potential or franchise potential in M3GAN? And I answered, from a story basis, based on this alone, no. But money talks, which makes bullshit walk into a sequel. So where do you see this going, Colonel?
I definitely see a sequel out of this. Someone want to say it's kind of spoiler, but dude, with this story, I get where you're coming from. Yes, no sequel, one and done.
This could stand alone very easily.
I agree, but if you remember, certain files got transferred. There's your fucking sequel.
Well, that and the end with the other AI device, the Alexa that's on the counter.
Yeah, like I'm trying not to give spoilers there, but
it's too late now.
There are openings for franchise for this.
It's too late now. Ziggy, what about you? Franchise or no?
You know, he's right. There's a number of ways they can take it, and you can't triple your money in one weekend and not expect a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Does it deserve a franchise? Probably not. They can keep it clever. You might be able to get 2, maybe 3 total out of this thing if you're going to do it that way. But you got to have to be really fucking charming and clever with this second chapter, with this whatever it is. But yeah, I think there's no fucking way that it does that kind of money and they don't do another one right away. Like, could be out this fucking year, this Halloween.
It absolutely
It fucking could be.
Yeah, absolutely it could be. Don't start again. Oh, he's talking about a different movie. Okay, I thought he was talking about this one for a second. I was like, God damn it, let's not go down that road again.
What are you talking about? No, that is totally from this movie. And it's true.
No, I think he's talking about Ex
okay.
Machina above.
I thought he was talking about Andy's comment. Because that is true. That's some shit I say every fucking day.
Andy, I mean, what kid won't remember to flush? That is true.
Ha.
I literally say that every fucking day, man.
Yeah. Franchise. I would like to not see this be a franchise, but it's inevitable now. And I wrote that comment probably Friday on Dave's page. I did not see until today that the movie had made $45 million, which A, would have made me change my answer. Fucking-lutely, we're going to get a sequel out of this. And B, it's already basically been confirmed that a sequel is in pre-production from Deadline has reported that. So, yes, we are getting at least a sequel. Franchise? I don't know. But I could see this going 2 or 3, like you said. Now, how would they do it? Ziggy? Well, Colonel's already kind of threw his 2 cents in. Let's see what you got, Ziggy.
Without totally leveling the fucking end of the movie, let's just say the personality may exist in other devices and stuff like that. You know, like back at the home base where she was housed and everything. Maybe even back at the house she lived in. You know, just she was interacting with everything. So there's ways for M3GAN to live on.
Well, and she had other devices that had she had worked on along the way, like through college and stuff.
Right.
So,
right.
Are we going to jump into that, or is there going to be?
That could be pretty terrifying, really. I mean, if they did that, but I mean, you could also take it conventional, man, and like now the kid's fucked up. And maybe the kid's going to be fucked up and start killing people, you know, and that would even be, you know, I mean, just, maybe something different. Wouldn't be sticking with the formula, you know?
Yeah. My only thing is, you know, if you want to do a sequel, cool. My only thing is, do not let Gemma be the one that is still working on, and I know this is what they're going to fucking call the movie, M3GAN 2.0. Please do not let her be making. That's what I was irritated about when it came to me a minute ago. Because I was like, they're going to have a version 2.0 coming out this fall. Gemma should not be the one working on it. It needs to be either her co-workers or a whole new team of people. Because it would not make sense that Gemma is the one that is working on that project if it moves forward.
Dickhead boss is dead. The company is now
spoiler.
They're divided, sold to another entity. They're going to come in and priority 1. Oh, what's this M3GAN file? Let's get going with this. Here we go. Here's
what I'm telling you. Here's what I'm telling you now.
You're missing it because he said they downloaded the file somewhere.
A fucking administrative assistant or whatever fucking downloaded those files.
Oh yes,
he would call him out on it, like, "Oh, you do this because you can't think it's a joke." And she put that fucking paper cutter in his hand. Oh, wait a minute, no, she killed him.
She killed him.
But it doesn't mean he didn't send those files off beforehand.
The files do exist. There's another set of files out there. That's not bad, but that ain't gonna be the guy. You know, he got once again a beautiful moment to waste a bucket of blood, and they failed to do so.
Yeah, that could have been could have been an elevator of blood opening on the ground floor. You know,
been wild. You know, I mean, you do get to see the doors open and
the carnage.
Yeah, you know, but it's whatever, man. That's the come on, we want to see the infliction.
I like that idea, Colonel. I do.
That's not bad.
I like where that's going, but
not bad. I've nailed these before. You guys act like this is new.
I was in the ballpark, you know. I mean, I just kind of went silly with it, but I forgot about that guy stealing the files.
Yeah, Tarek's a kid. That might be good. Anyway,
some people get me.
Let's rate this bitch. M3GAN, what kind of a rating? 0 to 10 does it get from the Colonel?
The Colonel too.
So here we go, M3GAN. Like I said, went into this pretty low expectations, kind of thinking this was going to be a Child's Play reboot ripoff, and it pretty much fucking was. Like I said, I liked the story behind it. I thought it had a great premise. I did like the family, broken family story to it. I'm gonna go shit on that for this. I don't think any of the acting was real fucking strong. I really don't. I found Katie to be super fucking annoying. Gemma was believable to an extent, but her acting, I expected a strong. I was just expected a stronger acted film than this, even though I shouldn't have because it's fucking Blumhouse.
It met her character though.
It did. Like I said, everybody fit. Just the acting just wasn't on par. And I'm with FaZe. I haven't told you guys this. By the end of it, I was, when is this fucking movie over? I was done. I was just completely checked out this time. It was a little too long. Could have used more fucking gore. And Zach, I disagree with you. I will even say this. I found the Child's Play 2 remake better than M3GAN. I give it a 5. I was very indifferent. I didn't hate it, but I really didn't like it. 5. Woo, 2023 starting out fucking great.
It's starting out better than it could.
True.
I mean, this is no fantasy island.
No, there's no 2020. That's for fucking sure.
No resort.
No resort. Ziggy, rain it.
Yeah, it's M3GAN, and just with the push it was getting, with all the commercials and the shit on every show, every game I'm watching, all the football games had this fucking thing all weekend. And it was like all week long leading up to it. And I was like, all right, so they're going to ram this down our throats, whether we like it or not. So I'm going to try to go in here with an open mind. I told you I set the bar low, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. I dug the level of humor. I liked the fucking jingles are fucking hysterical. I mean, and that just somehow set that tone for me. Listen to the lyrics. It's the best. And it just, till that third act, when it becomes a slasher, ironically, this is the worst part of it. And it's not saying that it's the worst is a bad thing. It's a solid movie, man. I'm terrified of AI realizing they don't need humans. They don't need to serve humans. And so this shit worked for me. It's a strong start for 2023. I'm giving this a 7.
Damn.
7.
Damn.
Sorry.
Here, okay. I think I know we've never done this before, or maybe we've done it once or twice before. But I think Tarek wins the comment of the night. Here's the series: M3GAN with a 3, where the E would be. M3GAN 2, a 2, where the E would be. M3GAN 3, 2 3s, where the E would be. M3GAN 4, a 4, where the A would be. Too Fast, Too M3GAN. I'll go you one better. M3GAN 5, a 5, where the G would be.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
So, that
very good.
That's great, man. And Ariel agrees. She's losing it over there. And then Carrie says, M3GAN the musical. Which could happen.
M3GAN, the breakfast cereal.
Which could happen. M3GAN again. Yeah. I guarantee you they're going 2.0. That's exactly where I think they're going with that.
Look who's M3GAN now.
All right, FaZe is rating it. He says, even after my bitching, I would give it a 6.5 out of 10. And honestly, that's where I'm at. I'm at a 6.5 for this. I can't quite give it a 7. I don't want to give it a 6. So I'm going to stick it with 6.5. But
I'll tell you what, through the first 2 acts, I was 7.5, thinking 8 if this thing finishes strong. So
yeah, I thought the acting was great.
Yeah.
I thought most of the logistics of the movie, AI-wise, kind of worked fine for a 2-hour narrative or an hour and 42 narrative. I don't need a lot of explanation for much more than that. So, but God damn it, you guys. Rosie says, M3GAN 2, cruise control. God damn it. We should make this an online game. Just what are we doing here?
We'll get real old school. You've got Megan.
Oh, good Lord. No, I like the acting. I like the story. I thought they kept it mostly based in reality until a certain point, which it didn't necessarily need to be in reality at that point anymore. It was time to go because the movie switched gears. And I'm okay with that. I don't mind when a movie switches gears as long as it makes sense to the story. So, yeah, I'm giving it a 6.5. So it's right in there, right in that area. So.
It's the first one of the year, so I mean, you always get a little bit of a. I mean, but it delivered. It was entertaining. My son gave it an 8.5. By the way.
Oh, wow.
I can see him doing that. I mean, this is his world. This movie took place in.
1.5 just for the farting dolls, though. I mean, let's face it.
Is that where the extra points came from?
I bet that for sure. But I have a question for you guys. Would the crossover work? The inevitable question has to be asked. Question is Chucky or Megan? Ooh.
No, because
victorious in the battle.
I don't see that ever actually happening.
Nah. Although Universal owns them both. So.
Oh well, it could be the remake Chucky. I don't think it would be the original.
Red Dwarf.
No.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
That's interesting, though, man, because we got demonic dolls versus fucking Puppet Master.
You
know
what, dude? If these fucking assholes, now they got Blumhouse and Wan working together, who the fuck knows? I mean, I threw out there as a joke, but I mean, I'm curious. What do you all think? I mean, would it be Chucky or in a battle, or Megan? Who would prevail?
I'm taking fucking Chucky.
I would say Chucky, yeah. I would. Because he's got a little bit of that voodoo bullshit going on his side.
Well, are we talking Chucky or are we talking...
Oh, well, yeah.
2019 here.
Fuck.
His name wasn't Chucky, wasn't it something else?
It was Buddy, but...
Buddy, yeah.
I'm taking Buddy. I'll take the Child's Play. Here's why, because I'm kind of stealing the idea from Chucky, the TV series. His AI, he was mass produced. He already kind of did in the movie. He can connect, and it's a fucking gang against one.
Yeah, but we don't know.
They can overwrite it.
We've already spoiled everything. We don't know where Megan is.
We don't know where Megan is.
So she could have spread her seed around a little bit too, and I don't mean like that way, but like AI wise. Jesus.
Well, I
would give the edge. I would say Megan over Buddy, but I would think Chucky over Megan. If you went old school Chucky. That's just me. You know what? Now I need to go and fucking watch the Child's Play remake again. I already know my movie for tonight, so thank you for that. The one I tried to watch last night.
This is like our friends, wasn't it?
I'm not going to mention it. Not going to mention it. Those that are in the members group know what I'm talking about.
All right.
So, because I gave up after 30 minutes. I could not fucking do it.
Worse than the St. Francisville experiment?
Wow.
There's a provocative question.
I'll have to save that for something else. Oh, fuck. Tarek says, no Chucky Megan crossover outside of a really bad web animations. Or maybe a comic. Rosie says, Rosie goes Chucky. So
I think Chucky is going to win that vote.
Carrie says, not seeing it yet, just going to avoid the toy aisle with my daughter for a bit. I don't fucking blame you there.
Ooh, do you think we'll see, like NECA or anybody put out a Megan doll?
A knuckle figure?
A knuckle figure. Maybe a 1/6 size or something.
Did you?
look at that knuckle figure. Oh, that's awesome. I'm not gonna stop. Hey guys.
Oh my God. It's like chills.
Yeah.
Does Megan start with a Q?
Hey guys. Megan.
That's enough. All right. Tarek says Megan wins at real-time tactics. Chucky wins at long-term strategy. Depends on the battlefield. Yeah, and S. Michael even brings it up. Benny loves Megan.
There you go. That's another one.
Oh, I give it to Benny though. Benny was just sadistic. Fuck.
That
So.
was a crazy movie.
Carrie, I want to talk to you about this. Carrie says, "Sorry, bad taste. Kate Middleton, aka Princess of Wales, versus Meghan Markle."
I put my money on Meghan Markle.
Markle, definitely. Meghan Markle is fucking gorgeous. Anyway,
I didn't think we were going to get 2 hours out of this thing, but here we are.
I didn't either, but with the sidetracks and the bullshit,
We had some fun tonight. What, is that a crime?
no, not at all.
You guys have fun. Jeez, my bladder's about to blow like a fucking deer getting hit by a semi on the highway, man. Like,
I think it's
Oh,
only
Jesus
to
Christ.
get a spit bottle. He's pissing right here at the fucking table.
I'm about to. It's the way of the road, boys. The way she goes.
Yeah. All right.
What you don't want to do is think about waterfalls. Whatever you do.
That kind of sounds like a waterfall.
That's why I turned it on.
I was about like Jim Jones. I'll stand up here and
Babbling brook.
at the same time. Children. She's kind of
All right. Next week, guys, we're going to be. Next week is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so we're treading into new territory here. And Colonel is looking nervous. We're covering our favorite. How are we saying it?
say it. That's fine.
All right. We're covering our favorite top 5 black horror films.
Really?
Colonel, would you define what that's going to be? And do we want to ban Ziggy now?
We probably do. We haven't discussed really how we're going to define it. My list, I mean, I'm going to look at films that are directed by black directors, films written by black writers.
Hard by black.
Like, I'm going to try to stay away from films, we'll say like Candyman, even though I think it's a great character, but it was it just
It was written by Whitey.
exactly. I say that. So it's like great black character. I don't know if he'll make my list.
Does being made for a black audience matter in your rankings?
Depends. We'll go back to the topic from a few weeks ago. Will Leprechaun in the Hood be on there? Probably not. That's in poor taste.
God, yes, it would be.
So
No, but like like Fallen with Denzel. You know, I mean that's fucking. You know, I don't know. I'm not sure who made that, but that's a strong performance, baby. So that's something. So I'm looking at like performances and stuff that I want to. It's like I guess the criteria is created by. So, but if that's a performance, even if it's based on a white man's words or somebody else's words, I still think if that performance is that good, it should matter, should count.
but to me, it boils down to culture, though. It has to be a cultural film.
What about, okay, then let me ask you this. What about topics of the film that concern black culture? Does that count?
If it's from a black perspective, yes.
Okay. All right.
Like I said, I can direct a film starring, black actors. But I don't know the culture, you know what I mean, as well as a black director would. So it's going to be a different movie.
Okay. All right. Carrie wants to know, scary movie.
See, that counts.
Because
Made by the Wayans.
Wayans brothers. There you go. All right. Tarek says, honestly, I'd love to see that top 5, but I can't escape that Peele is going to dominate, which he should, honestly. Would you agree with that topic or that statement?
Not until I do my research.
I got to do a whole bunch of research
I
too,
know
because
Rosie said it first. I mean, this is spoiler alert. This will be on my list somewhere. Tales from the Hood.
Oh, there you go. Rosie's got it.
I'll give Rosie her props. She mentioned it. That will probably be on my list.
And I got to research Blackula and see who put that together and made that one, because I love that movie. It's terrifying.
That's
man.
absolutely exploitation, though, or blaxploitation, if you will.
Well, then we got to figure that out if that's welcome on this list. Or,
Well, I think it's all interpreted by us individually. Wouldn't you say?
I don't think there's any real ground rules to this.
Yeah.
That's what makes this so fun, folks.
Exactly. You never know what the hell we're going to do. S. Michael says, not a lot of black haunted house movies. Richard Pryor did a nice job of explaining why.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah, but that's our topic for next week, so tune in. And then I was looking to see if I had any kind of confirmation message yet, but I have not, so I can't talk about what's coming up in 2 weeks, but we'll get to that hopefully soon. Ziggy, send them out.
Yes, we're off and running in 2023, and man, I wish we could tell you about some of the shit that we're looking at on our end, but it's just right now, it's just shit on paper. Nothing confirmed. So
Toilet paper.
until we do, you'll hear about it first, because we won't be able to shut the fuck up about it, because some of the shit is so unbelievably cool that it even makes me, like hair standing up just thinking about it. So can't wait to share that shit. We got tons of stuff coming. Gonna be fun next week, I guarantee it. And until then, stay cool, and we'll see you then. Colonel, if you will, please.
No, thanks for joining us tonight. This was a lot of fun. Even though I honestly did not enjoy this movie as much as these fucking guys. But next week's topic, I think, is pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. Something different for us, different perspective. And here in a little bit, I'll make sure I don't get sick, because I'm going to wash my hands after I wash my dick, and don't smell like Scoop Steve, you son of a...
All right. Yep. Thanks, guys. One more time, I want to say thanks to our members, our final girls, Chris, Lorena, Christy, Luke, Patricia, Tanya, and Tyrone. Christy, I hope you're having a great time with that grandbaby of yours. And Lorena, I hope your thing is working out. Also to our crazy Ralphs, Raymond, we'll see you in March. We're coming back to Cincinnati in March, baby. Getting our DCS Road Trip 2023 schedule on the road starting March. I think I hit the road March 24th or something like that. So we'll be seeing you soon, buddy. And our camp counselors, S. Michael, Stacy Lynn, Orlando, Kiara, and Dave. And that means S. Michael, I'll be stopping off in Indy for some karaoke with you on the way up to Cincy. And that wraps it up for us, gang. Thanks for watching. Tune in next week for our top 5 black horror films, and we will see you next Monday. Happy Friday the 13th, everybody. Woo!
French, but you're an asshole. Asshole!